In today's video, we're going to learn how to quilt a flower swirl. Hi, I'm Kim Jamieson-Hirst of Chatterbox Quilts, and flower swirls are such a versatile design motif, and what I really like about them is that they work on so many quilts, but also the fact that you can make them as big as you want, so they can fill up a quilt really quickly. So if you're looking for a quick design that will fill up your quilt and still look lovely, of course, you want to do a flower swirl. So let's talk about how we do this. A flower swirl is really just a swirl with petals added onto it, okay, or bumps, if you will. So let's take a look at just a very simple flower swirl. So I'm going to start by going in with that swirl, then we're going to bump around to add some petals. Let's go. All right, so you can start the petals wherever you want. I usually come out just a little ways, and then I'm going to start adding those petals or bumps around the center swirl. And I usually come over to where I started, and then I will reverse and echo that first row of bumps or petals. All right, so I could, if I want to, close off the flower or not. But in any case, once I've got one of these, then I probably want to continue on and do some more. So I need to join them together. Now you can do that just with kind of a curved line. You could even add a loop between them if you'd like to. And then I would create my second swirl. And then starting adding my petals. Now, if I want to fill in the space in between these, I can just echo again and add a third row of petals. So you can see how as you add each row, it gets, quite a bit larger, right? So that looks great, right? Now, there's some other things you can do with these flower swirls. So you can add some additional details. So let me show you how to do that. I'm just going to cut my threads for this one. And I'm going to go down here. I've got some more room. And we'll start another flower swirl. All right, so there's our basic flower swirl. So let's add something extra to it. Like, what about some leaves? And anytime I make a leaf, you can leave it like that if you wanted to, but I like to give it a little bit of that stem in the center, that center part. All right, you could add another leaf if you wanted to as well. Okay, maybe you even want to add some kind of tendrils, or they're swirls as well actually on the outside. So I'll just go out a ways and then do a swirl. So when I'm doing this, I don't actually have to be backtracking along my previous stitching. If you can, great. If you can't, doesn't matter. Let's add one to the other side. How about that? Let's go along here. Just kind of follow along where you've already previously stitched. If you add some extra thread in there, like I say, if you don't backtrack perfectly, that is perfectly okay. All right, let's take a look at those. So you've got your kind of just basic, really basic flower swirl. Flower swirl, we've added an extra row of petals or bumps too, and we've joined them with a loop. You could join them with just, just the curvy line if you wanted to, up to you. And then we've got one here where we've added some leaves to it and some little tendrils, little fronds, whatever you want to call them. Something like this could be really cute in the center of a block, for example, as a standalone design. Now, before I go, I want to say a really big thank you to my Patchwork Pals. Those are quilters who are members of my Patchwork Pals YouTube channel membership, and they help to support my channel by their monthly subscription. To be a Patchwork Pal is really easy. You just click on the join button below this video, and you can get all the details and start enjoying all the perks of being a Patchwork Pal today. Now, I've shown you how to do flower swirls, and you might be wondering about other free motion quilting motifs that would work on your quilts. Well, don't worry, I've got you covered. Check out this video that has all the information that you need. And for more helpful quilting information, be sure to go to my website at www.chatterboxquilts.com.